Oh, I just went up to, I love going up to Provincetown. I always had a lot of fun with Norman and Norris. I love staying at their place.
So you stayed there a lot?
I stayed there a lot, and they were very, the kids were great then. The kids were young then. And they had a houseboy who was very beautiful, who would become, by the way, the first boy I ever knew who would become not a transvestite, but a transsexual, which I begged him not to do because he was such a beautiful boy, and it seemed so almost barbaric, and in the defacing of someone who was so beautiful. I couldn't understand it.
Do you understand it better now?
No, I don't. Really don't. How you could take a handsome young fella, he was about 20 years old, and turn him into a homely woman is, I don't see how that's progress.
Well, I guess there are lots of definitions of progress.
So
we'll leave it at that. So, I guess now we'll go and play the beginning, and then I'll pause it, and we can talk a little bit about what we've heard.
This is Dotson Rader, Provincetown, Massachusetts, Tuesday, July 9th, 2002. This is an interview with Norman Mailer at his home in Provincetown for the London Times. He has just finished writing his new book called The Spooky Art, S-P-O-O-K-Y, The Spooky Art, which is about the craft of writing. The book will be published on January 31st of next year rather, which is Norman Mailer's 80th birthday. Anyway, it's a nice sunny day. It's about 80 degrees. It's balmy. And we're going to be sitting downstairs in the living room, overlooking the water. The big thing about interviews that always makes me nervous is if something happens with the tape.
Is there too much strapping? I can turn off that fan.
No, I'm fine. By the way, what body of water are we on here?
This is, well, the main body is the Massachusetts Bay.
Right out here?
Yeah, which is salt water. See, the ocean, look out the window and I'll draw it for you.
Okay.
You see at the very tip there's a lighthouse?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost due south.
Yeah.
All right, that curves around like this.
Okay.
All the way back and then goes all the way over toward Boston.
Right, which
Just
is
spiral.
To north.
What?
North.
Yeah, but Boston, this way is due south.
We're facing south here?
Yeah. Because the thing, look,
okay.
the thing hooks around. And we're in here. It's very hard to tell direction here. For example, you think Boston's out that way, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Boston's that way.
No, that doesn't, yeah, okay. I mean,
Because
that's counterintuitive, yeah.
And you lose all sense of direction.
I just want to see if we're picking up.
Do you remember anything about The Spooky Art? The book that Norman wrote?
No. I think it was done as a way to teach young writers how to write. That was my memory of it. Didn't do very well. Yeah, it's funny about Norman because I think it's turning out to be true. Truman said about him that Truman always kept Norman at a distance. I'd have a dinner or whatever, invite Truman and Norman. Truman would never come. And I had a big part when Norman and Norris got together. They came. I invited them out to Bridgehampton, where I had a house with Richard, and point was to introduce Norris to people I thought she would like to know. And also, there was a kind of stigma attached to Norris because Norman had been married so many times and had fucked around so much. And I'd come to love Norris, and I knew she wasn't the latest piece of ass. And I turned out to be right, because she's the one that lasted. And so I had a dinner party for them, Richard and I did, for about 50 people, sit-down dinner at our house. And, the point was to sort of give her social credentials. That was the point of it. And I always thought that, because Norris wasn't a writer, although she wrote a really, really good book. And
Which one was that?
Sort of her memoir. What was it called? Ticket to the Circus. You read it. It's a really good book. In fact, I think it's better than most of Norman's books.